Hey everyone, what I'd like to do in this video is talk about 3 different topics. I'd like to talk about Coinbase's new asset listing process. I'd like to talk about ZelCash's multi-asset wallet, which they have recently rebranded. And I'd like to talk about the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. And I said that without saying GTX. I'm still getting this GTX RTX thing out of my system. So, apologise for the delay in talking about these stories, guys. I've been watching my mum and dad's dog this week and she's lying there trying to look cute, trying to vie for my attention, and yeah, watching my mum and dad's dog, I don't always get enough time to do the videos that I want to do. So onwards and upwards, here is Coinbase's big announcement, and it really is a big announcement. Coinbase's new asset listing process. Our goal is to rapidly list all assets that meet our standards and are compliant with local law, while providing our customers with the tools to discover, evaluate, trade, and use digital assets. So there's a big announcement about this and how they're wanting to add new assets and all that, and they want to support the cryptocurrency world. Now they said that the link that they've got here, you can see it here. So I talked about this previously. Now what they did previously is they said that they're exploring Cardano, Basic Attention Token, Stellar Lumens, ZelCash, and 0x. Now at the time, what they were doing was it was kind of like putting these coins in limbo. They were saying, we're going to add these coins, but first we're going to spend some time vetting them. But we've not added them yet. And yeah, it was a little bit strange the way they did that. But they announced that recently, and you can see that was July 13th. And I remember doing a video about it. But now they're going one step further. And they're saying, hey, come to our application form, which is this. Submit your application, and if you meet all of our requirements, you will be listed. Now, right off the bat, I like some of the things that they're doing here. The first one being that they're not charging any application fee. And if you've seen any of the videos talking about the fees that Binance charge, then you'll understand why that's such a good thing. And it's not just Binance that are doing that. There's some really bad cryptocurrency exchanges out there, and they're charging hundreds of thousands of dollars to be listed. It's not something I agree with. I do understand the exchanges aren't always making a ton of money as well. Not as much as you would think they would be making. But at the same time, I think fees should be reasonable. And, Coinbase have just come out and said that we're not going to charge any fees at all, which is quite surprising because they are going to get an absolute avalanche of applications. If you followed any new coin over the last year, any coin that's relatively new, you always see someone saying, when are we going to be listed on Binance? When Binance? But I think from now on, people will be saying, when Coinbase? And it would make more sense for a team to apply for application on Coinbase first, before Binance, because it's free. And Binance, you need a lot of money there, and you really do have to be an established coin, really. But they're talking about this, our digital asset framework. So they're talking about this digital asset framework. So if you look at this here though, now, I can only imagine what it's going to be like if you're working for Coinbase and the avalanche of shitcoin applications you're going to get. But right off the bat, a lot of these crappy coins just simply aren't going to be listed at all because they're not going to meet the requirements. Now, I think that those coins and the developers of those coins will still apply even though they don't meet the requirements. They'll just waste Coinbase's time, but they won't be listed, so they're just wasting their own time as well. But if you go down, you can see a lot of the things that you have to tick. So you basically have to go down and tick all these different requirements. Open financial system, security and code, founders and leadership, engineering. Coinbase will apply know your client standards to publicly visible founders or leaders. Thank you, amen. So I've been strongly against these anonymous teams for a long time, guys. I really don't like the way that a lot of these coins act and kind of cowboys. And I know that I understand the benefits of being anonymous, but I think for a team, that shouldn't apply. I really do want the people who develop coins to be public, to be visible, and to be out there promoting the coin and explaining what the coin does. Some people disagree with me on this, but I'm agreeing with what Coinbase are doing here. So right away, there's a lot of really crap coins there that just can't list because they don't want to be visible. Governance as well, they need a white paper, they need a roadmap. Again, there's a lot of crap coins out there. Future development funding. So this is quite interesting as well. They're saying there's a plan or a built-in mechanism for raising, rewarding, or allocating funds. This is going to catch out a lot of coins as well. This really is going to catch out a lot of coins as well, because even if they've got a pre-mine, they might look at it and say, listen, your pre-mine's going to burn out soon. You've been hemorrhaging cash, and it doesn't look like you've got any way to change this in the future. And I'm hoping that this is going to drip down, and we're going to see teams saying, right, we need this in place, we need this in place, we need this in place before we even launch. Maybe this is going to be a little push that's going to, I don't know, maybe I'm dreaming here, but maybe it's going to be a little push that improves the quality of coins that are launched. Probably not, but I can dream. But you can see other things here as well, that Coinbase can legally offer this asset. So the asset is not classified as a security using Coinbase's securities law framework, compliance obligations, integrity and reputational risk. There's a lot of things to meet there, guys. There really is. And I understand from a team perspective, there's maybe some of these things they'll say, well, what do they mean by this? What do they mean by that? But, hey, listen, they're not charging anything for this, and they're putting it out there in black and white what they're looking for. So I think this is good. I really do think it's good. And right off the bat, you can see that they're looking for coins that are transparent. They're not anonymous. So there'll be, there are some big coins out there that are still not anonymous, but they won't be listed. They're looking for transparency. They're looking for the coin to be legal, to be regulated. They're looking for it to be, self-managed, and they're looking for the coin to have some sort of plan in place for how it's going to be funded long term, so that it's not just abandoned. I think this is good news. I'm looking at this announcement as a positive thing. I really do think this is a positive thing. Coinbase has always, had a limited number of coins, and in fact, you can even see that on the page here. You can see that right now all they've got is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. And sure, they are going to add all these coins at one point, I have no doubt. But up until now, they really have had a very, very limited set of coins. So, yeah, this is a game changer. So, next story, guys. ZelCash. So, ZelCash's wallet, ZelCore, sorry. I've talked about ZelChash before, and I showed you it all. It's a really cool wallet. It's a really cool multi-coin wallet, or what they're calling a multi-asset wallet. But you can see here that ZelCore is released for Android, iOS, and desktop. Now, the first thing to note is that it's kind of like a rebranding right off the bat. And they've renamed it from ZelChash to ZelCore. Now, if you have downloaded the ZelChash wallet for your computer, if I bring this up, what you need to do is you need to uninstall ZelChash and just go into your computer, uninstall it, and then just download the desktop version of ZelCore. If you look at it, I'm sure there's some differences behind the scenes here, but looking at it, the desktop version here looks nothing more than a rebrand at this point. Oh, I uninstalled it and I reinstalled ZelCore, and the only thing that really changed is it went from ZelChash to ZelCore. But interestingly, their website is still ZelChash. They've not got the ZelCore domain. They're still using ZelChash. So they've got their multi-asset encrypted wallet. And there's a desktop, so it supports Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. And there's mobile, support for Android and iOS. Now, the mobile version is, you can see it's 50, over 50 assets, what they're calling it. Now, the significant thing for me here isn't the rebrand. Going from ZelChash, which I thought was, it was good enough a name, to ZelCore, it's fine. I don't know what the thinking was behind changing it, because they've still got the ZelChash domain name. But the key thing here, and the thing that really interests me, is the mobile version. Now, if you look at the desktop version here, the desktop wallet, this is a fantastic looking wallet. And I know you could say, well, all they've done is put a pretty little picture in the background, but just the whole design of the application, it's a very good looking wallet, and it supports a lot of different coins, and you can see there's a lot of coins that are available there. But this is a true, not only a true multi-asset wallet, it's also a wallet that syncs across multiple devices. And that's the key thing here. That's the key thing. ZelCore can now be downloaded on, this is Google Play, so it can be downloaded on Android devices and on iOS. Am I on the right? Have I copied? Alright, sorry. What I've done there is copy over, I've copied over ZelChash there. Let me see, ZelCore iOS. I'm not prepared here. I'm not prepared. Right, so there's the Android version, and there is the Apple version. But you can see with this, no, right, it doesn't let me zoom in here, but Android does. So you can see the images here. Can I go left and right? No, I can't. But I mean, look at that wallet. It's basically mimicking what the desktop wallet looks like. I think that this looks fantastic. They've done a very, very good job here. Now, obviously, I've not looked at the code or anything like that yet. All I've done is download the desktop wallet. But I think most people will agree that this is a very sexy wallet, the desktop version and the mobile version. But the key thing here is the fact that this syncs across multiple devices. When you log in to the desktop version, you can then log in on your phone or your tablet, and you can get access to the same account. Now, a lot of people don't like that. They prefer things to be tied to one device. But from a practicality point of view and from an adoption point of view, this is very, very useful. You know, I can send funds when I'm in the house, and then when I'm out, I can, you know, access the same wallet on my phone using the same login details, and, you know, I can, you know, access my coins. I can send, I can receive. This is really, really good, and it's this is really going to make you know, put ZelCash on the map. There's a lot of other coins that are trying to do the same thing, so I'm not saying that, you know, ZelCash are the only ones doing this, but I think they've, on the surface at least, I think they've seemed to have pulled off something really, really, really good here. And I really do think, I cannot stress that enough, I do think that this really is, you know, the significant thing here is that this is another step to adoption. We really do need things to be more user-friendly. You know, if you're trying to introduce cryptocurrency to someone that perhaps isn't the most tech-savvy, you can't tell them to, you know, download the Qt wallet, make sure you back up your wallet.dat file, make sure you do this, make sure you save your public keys, and make sure you do it. Yes, you'll still have to save your public keys for this, but my point is, this is going to simplify the process of adding funds, receiving funds, trading. Yeah, so kudos to ZelCash. I'd like to see more coins focus on the development of their wallets and come out with things like this. I think this is a big plus for them. So, last story I wanted to talk about was the GeForce RTX 2070. And you can see here that it gets a release date of October 17th. So this is going to come out at $600. So that, well, the Founders Edition will. It says here that in line with the general performance progression of the GeForce RTX family, the 2070 is slated to deliver around 75% of the 2080's performance. Now, the 2080 has been released about, I think, $750 or £750 in the UK, certainly, maybe, oh, in fact, it's $800 in the USA. And, okay, so there's a comparison here, the Founders Edition and the RTX 2070 against the 1070, and you can see, you know, they've bumped up the cores. They've got 14 gigabytes of GDDR6. Oh, sorry, that's the memory clock. 14 gigabytes per second. 8 gigabyte of VRAM. 185 watts. That's actually higher than the 1070 was. Now, it's kind of funny, you know, because I'm really puzzled as to why they didn't just release this at the same time as the 2080 and 2080 Ti. I assume, I don't know, because I can understand announcing them at the same time, but if they were going to delay the launch of it by 3 weeks, I don't know, what does that achieve? I don't know if there was maybe a delay in the background in the manufacturing process or something. I don't know, but if they were going to delay it, you'd think 3 or 4 months of delay would make more sense, and they can, they can launch with a bang. Delaying the launch of a 2070 by like 3 or 4 weeks, I don't know, I can't work that one out. Now, from a mining point of view, well, obviously, GPU mining hasn't been at the forefront of cryptocurrency recently because, well, certainly not in the UK and Europe because of high electricity costs and low mining returns. But the 2070 is certainly a cheaper card to buy, so perhaps we're going to see more people buy that instead of buying a 2080 Ti, which is ridiculously expensive. Yeah, so we're going to have to wait to see what mining performance will be for this, what kind of hash rates we get from this. But as they were saying there on the article on, what's the name of this website again? Anantech, always get that wrong. That website's saying it's going to give about 75% of the 2080. So yeah, we could probably work out the hash rates from that, but I'll wait and see what people say about it and what hash rates people are getting. I'm not looking to buy this. I'm not looking to buy this just now, but in the scenario where mining profits go back up, and I touched upon this in a video the other day from, when I was recording with my phone. I was just talking about the resale value of cards and talking about when I bought my cards, I bought 1060s and a few 1080 Ti's. But when it came to reselling, I thought the 1080 Ti's would be easier to sell when they haven't. And moving forward, if I was to buy a GPU mining rig and I was to build, my rigs back up again and start, buying more cards, I'm not saying I am, but in a situation where profits are up, I would probably be leaning more towards like the 2060 or the 2070. These cards are going to be cheaper to buy, and they could, electricity is obviously lower as well. But I'll wait and see. I haven't seen anything about hash rates, and every generation there's always one card out of the range that always performs a little bit better than expected, and perhaps it gives you a little bit more bang for your buck. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this look at these 3 different topics. Excuse me. I'll leave a list of all these articles so you can check them out. Please do check them out. Give me your opinion on the Coinbase's new listing policy. Give me your opinion on the ZelCash there. On the ZelCash's ZelCore wallet. My God, I'll get it there at the end. This is confusing me because it says ZelTrez at the top, it says ZelCash somewhere, and it says ZelCore down there. So yeah, let me know what you think about the ZelCore wallet. Let me know what you think about Coinbase's listing policy, and what do you think about the 2070 Ti? If you're a GPU miner, is this the card that you would buy? Let me know in the comment area, guys. I always appreciate your comments on these things. And thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Cheers, guys.